What is up, you fantastic, wonderful people? Today, let's just jump right into it. Everyone's seen it. Scrolling through the YouTube comment section under a movie trailer, you'll probably see 10, 100, 10,000 comments that roughly translate to ooh ooh ah ah, sick and tired of these poo-poo unoriginal nonsense films. I will not go see this. Do better, Hollywood. The person writing this is most definitely going on Fandango right now to buy their ticket to see the movie they just said they would not be going to see, because that movie made $100 million on its opening weekend. This leads me to a question I've always had, thanks to the beautiful place we call the internet. What is an unoriginal film? People will come out of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and call it unoriginal or uninspired, but subsequently will watch Everything Everywhere All at Once, let's say, and call it, and I quote, an amazing movie, one of the best and original and most creative movies in a long time. Now, while one of these films is easily better in almost every way than the other, what is so much more original about Everything Everywhere All at Once? They are both multiverse films. Everything Everywhere All at Once is just more creative, but it's not an original concept. At its heart, it's a movie about, like, family being the keys to success, which isn't an original concept either. I'm in no way trying to shit on Everything Everywhere All at Once. Who would? That was easily the best film of 2022, in my opinion. But I am curious how it's any more original than a movie like Doctor Strange 2. No one will be there to boycott John Wick for being unoriginal, but they will be first up to already call the Marvel's trashy, unoriginal blockbuster, and that movie isn't even out yet. The creator is being praised as one of the most original sci-fi films in recent memory when... it isn't. Even in their own reviews, people will compare it to other movies. So I ask again, how is this an original movie, but this isn't? People are stupid. This is a pretty simple one. I thought I'd keep it nice and short for all you idiots out there. I feel you just don't understand what original means, so let's start with what Google defines original as. Created directly and personally by a particular artist, not a copy or imitation. For our purposes, this means as long as it is not imitation or copying, it is original. But if it is imitating or copying, it is not original. Doctor Strange, you're up first. How is this not original? There's too many jokes? Sure. Questionable CGI? Sure. Multiverse concept, absolutely. Some might say poor characters, even though Wong is the greatest character ever, but fine, sure. How are those or any other things you can bring up copying or imitating anything else? They're not. Doctor Strange is by definition an original film made by a truly talented artist. I love you, Sam Raimi. Everything Everywhere All at Once meets the criteria as well. So there's this one, and this one, even this one. Definitely not this one though. Now if you go straight to the Marvel formula, some of the Marvel movies sure have a nice over-seasoning of the Marvel formula, but that doesn't mean unoriginal. If that's the case, then all of these are unoriginal, and only Roundhay Garden Scene is truly original cinema. It's beautiful, isn't it? But clearly that isn't the case, because the creator is beautifully original. Everything Everywhere at Once is original and creative, so which is it? You can have your cake and eat it too. Either they're all original or none of them are. You're a biased little prick. People can tend to get biased when they really like something or really hate something. I love The Last of Us, and when I finished that game the first time, I was convinced it was the most original, beautiful story ever told. But then I realized Pixar beat them by 4 years. So... yeah. That doesn't mean I can't love The Last of Us, though. I still adore The Last of Us. Something doesn't have to be perfect and unique in every way for you to like it. A lot of people think they're being physically attacked when people point out problems in something they liked, and vice versa. When they don't like something, there can't be a single shining glimmer of light in it. It's why people get so mad when IGN gives something a 7, because that's just good on their scale. And in the people's eyes, a project is either a 0, where 7 is way too high, or it's a 10 out of 10, where 7 is far too low. Learn to accept that Doctor Strange, whether you like it or not, has some good qualities to it. And Everything Everywhere All at Once has almost no negatives, but still isn't exactly perfect? No, come on, don't be harsh. No, stay. Oh my god, I lost another one. Damn it. This doesn't just go for movies, too. This is everything. Video games, I just used TLU as an example. Bands, just ask 90% of people what their thoughts are on a band like Imagine Dragons. You'll get the worst rock band of all time. You're a nerd if you listen to the Imaginary Dragon. On the other hand, Kendrick Lamar is literally Black Jesus. Books. I mean, I don't read, so I don't have like a specific example here, but it probably happens in the book scene too. I'm looking at you, you fucking Harry Potter nerds. So maybe instead of calling stuff you hate unoriginal Hollywood trash, be more critical. What didn't you like, and what did you like? Same goes for something you love. Nothing's perfect, and that's okay. It's okay if your favorite game or movie isn't an 100% original concept. It's still original. Up may have had a similar story to The Last of Us, but you know what Up doesn't have? Doesn't have Joel, doesn't have Ellie, doesn't have clickers, doesn't have Mortal Kombat. I come to the conclusion that people are confusing the word unoriginal with bad and original with good, when that's just not the case. A movie like Doctor Strange is unoriginal because a majority of the fans, I would say, didn't like it, but because nearly everyone I know loves Everything Everywhere All at Once, that is a super unique and original take on the genre, when it just simply isn't in any way more or less original than Doctor Strange. Better, absolutely, but not more original. I realize that I use the examples of Doctor Strange and Everything Everywhere All at Once a lot in this video. That isn't because I'm trying to like defend Doctor Strange 2 in any way. I just thought it was a good example because they're both multiverse films. They're both kind of closely related. They came out around the same time. It's not like I'm some massive fanboy of Doctor Strange 2. I like him more than most people, but I didn't make this video in like defense of Doctor Strange 2. It just happened to work out like that. So if we are going with this, that all bad or mediocre films are unoriginal because they're bad, why do they make all the money, you dumbasses? There are plenty of good or original films in theaters right now. Dumb Money, fantastic. The Creator, very solid. Talk to Me, fantastic as well. So how is Hollywood so unoriginal and repetitive these days when most of the movies in theaters right now, I would say, are really very good films? They're not bad movies. Like, sure, Expendables 4 wasn't good, or The Nun 2 was boring, but Expendables 4 will make $33.9 million already, while Dumb Money isn't even at $5 million yet. Talk to Me only got to $70 million, which is actually pretty good, but comparatively, it looks like chump change. So if you really want there to be less rushed superhero films or blockbuster action movies, why is that all anyone ever sees? That's why we get so many of them, is because they dominate the box office, which to studios goes, oh, this is all people want to see because we took a chance on a film like Dumb Money and it made no fucking money. It was a dumb use of our money. Thank you. But then they'll rush out the Marvels, and I guarantee you the Marvels is gonna get 400 million at least. It'll probably make even more than that. And while in my eyes most of these like films are original by definition, some can linger on the line of mediocre or just downright bad. But guess what? Fast X made $700 million at the box office, so you best be damn sure they're gonna make a trilogy to end it off, because clearly you want it. But then you'll sit there and complain that it's getting 2 more movies online and it's trash, and how the hell did IGN give this a 5 out of 10 mediocre score? Go see a movie like Talk to Me and The Creator. Get these movies recognition to the point where they get their sequels. It's a double-edged sword, right? People don't want as much Marvel these days, but they've already committed themselves to over 100 hours of their life on these movies, that it's almost like too late to back out now, and you're almost committed just to see it to the end. While a movie like Dumb Money, despite being one of my favorites of the year so far, has to win your time because you don't have that commitment to it. Plus, it has to give you something new. Since it's based on a true story almost everyone knows of, it was a pretty big thing that happened not all too long ago. It has to provide you something you don't know for you to feel satisfied and tell your friends to go see it, which it does. Go see Dumb Money. This isn't like me just trying to convince people to go see a movie I like that's failing, but good movie example that came out at the time of making this. But to get someone to go with you to a Marvel movie, you just text them like, yo bro, there's a new Marvel movie. You down? Sure, why not?